Hey guys, it's cinnamon roll day. I had a major sweet tooth. I think I watched at least 100 videos, and I'm making a recipe I found from JC Turner. You want to heat up 1 cup of milk to about 115 degrees, and then you're going to go in with 2.5 teaspoons of instant dry yeast. There were so many amazing recipes to choose from, and I ended up going with this one because you can prepare it all at night, put it in the fridge, and then bake it first thing in the morning. Okay, once you mix that, let it sit for about 10 minutes and you'll see the yeast kind of bloom like this. And after that happens, you're gonna add 2 eggs, 1/3 cup of melted butter, and 1/2 cup sugar. Once you get that into the bowl, you wanna mix it around with your paddle attachment, or I just use this bread whisk and do just a quick little mix. I don't make cinnamon rolls very often because for whatever reason, I feel like it's such a production, and this recipe is super simple. Like any bread recipe, you're kind of sitting around waiting for it to rise, but all in all, it's a pretty simple recipe. So once you get that mixed up, you're going to add 4 cups of flour. You can slowly add it in a couple different parts. I put mine all in at once and it mixed it up just fine. You're gonna knead it on medium speed for about 5 minutes. While that's mixing, lightly grease a bowl with butter. This is after about 2 minutes, and this is after about 5 minutes, and it looks like we're done. So we're going to go ahead and remove the dough, put it in that lightly greased bowl to sit and proof, double in size for about 2 hours. While that's rising, we're gonna get our filling ready. I just realized my bowl is way too small. You're gonna get 1/2 cup of softened butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. Get those ingredients good and mixed up, and you should have a nice spreadable filling. So it's been 2 hours, the dough has doubled in size. We have our filling. I have a 9x13 greased pan with butter and some flour so we can roll this out. I used way too much flour here. You just need a little bit, but we're just gonna work with this. So lightly punch your dough down and then remove it from the bowl and start rolling. This is a super old rolling pin, and I just realized how funny this looks, but it's so much more effective to push the rolling pin rather than use those handles. Okay, once you get the dough rolled out, you're gonna evenly distribute that soft filling over the entire surface of the dough. And now you're ready to start rolling. So we are going to roll it lengthwise. When you start, you need to make sure that it's kind of tight because you want your spirals to be super even. And when you put this in the baking dish, you don't want it to be loose so the dough comes apart. Once you get it into a nice tight log like this, I lightly pre-mark the dough where I want to make the cut, which is about 1 inch apart. I'll also cut the ends off so I have a nice clean uniform end like the rest of the rolls. So you can either use a knife for this process, or you can take a piece of dental floss, you put it underneath the cinnamon roll log, and then you just twist it around and then pull. And that makes a clean cut as well. That way is kind of fun. I just prefer the knife. Okay, put the cut rolls in your grease 9x13. You're gonna cover it and place it in the refrigerator overnight. In the morning, you're gonna wanna take your cinnamon rolls out for about 1 hour to 1.5 hours. In the meantime, start making your icing. I'm making a cream cheese icing. It's 8 ounces of softened cream cheese, 1/2 stick of softened butter, a tablespoon of vanilla, and 2.5 cups of powdered sugar. You wanna whip the cream cheese, the butter, and the vanilla up until it's soft. Add your powdered sugar, and then I whip that for about, 4 minutes, and it's so light and fluffy. Here they are after coming to room temperature for about 1.5 hours. I did make a change from the original recipe by adding 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream to the 9x13 before I put them in the oven. So once I add this, I'm going to add them into a 375-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Once those bake, you want to take them out and add your icing when they're nice and warm so it kind of melts into it. And here they are, the finished product. I am not that great about taking finished product pictures, so I hope that you can see how amazing these are, but they were so light and fluffy and soft and gooey all at the same time. They were amazing. I hope so much that you dive into making cinnamon rolls and that you love these as much as we did. Bye!